This is Tim calling, coming at you again from Senior Leads Boost with another Tips Tuesday video. This week's tip is going to be about the importance of recent Google reviews. So here goes. The bottom line for the tip today is that recency of your reviews does have an impact on rankings. Now, as always, it's relative and there's a bunch of factors to consider, but a very interesting recent study by Joy Hawkins at Sterling Sky has reached a very interesting conclusion that I think is important to share with you. Essentially, here's what we have. She had a client that had stopped seeking reviews for a while, and so this is a graph of the rate at which they were acquiring reviews. So here's that graph in more detail or in larger size, and you can see that for a season here they stopped trying to get new reviews from clients. Now, they were using a system where they were providing incentives to their employees for asking for reviews, which is a good idea, and that is not a violation of Google's rules. Google prohibits you from giving incentives to your customers for leaving reviews, but they absolutely do not prevent you from or prohibit you from asking your employees to ask your customers for reviews. So they stopped for a while and stopped doing that, and what they found was that their local search rankings began to tank. And so they did some research on this, and what they decided to do was to ramp back up their efforts to get new reviews. And so you can see over the course of several months after that, they did start getting more reviews. So what's the point? Well, the point is that this made a difference on their local rankings. In fact, a pretty dramatic difference. This is what's called a Geogrid map of the local rankings for this business. And just in case you aren't familiar with what these mean, basically a green or greener number and map point here means that you're ranking more highly. A red means you're ranking more poorly, and orange is somewhere in between. And especially in these, if you are a bright green 2 or 1 or 3, that's especially good. A 4 would mean that you are not quite on the first page of local search results, but you're getting closer, especially closer compared to these earlier numbers. So you can see over the course of really 2 months, they began to get significantly better rankings. Now, in Joy's article, she doesn't go on and present later information, so I don't know whether this trend continued, but I think it's pretty strong evidence that at least for this client, it did make a difference. So what's the point? Well, the point is there is some truth in the idea that once you reach a certain point, getting more Google reviews per se won't dramatically influence your rankings. In other words, the difference in your ranking between having 10 reviews and 20 reviews may not be nearly as great as going from 0 to 10. However, if you continue to get recent reviews just consistently, recurrently over time, then you're going to find that you do have some benefit in your ranking. And this is in conjunction with all of the other things that you do to keep your Google business profile optimized and fully taking advantage of all the things that you can do with a Google business profile to maintain or enhance your local search results rankings. One thing that Joy points out in our article that is well worth taking a look at is whether the local competitors for the business are getting reviews also that are very recent. And for instance, if they're getting one new review every week, you better make sure that your review is getting at least one per week, or better yet, more than one per week. Interesting idea. So again, the main point of this tip is to make sure that you don't just stop asking for reviews at some point, but you keep asking for reviews, keep getting reviews, so that you have a consistent, recurrent stream of new favorable Google reviews. Okay? Great. Thank you very much. Appreciate your time. I hope this is helpful. If there's anything we can do to help you improve your rankings for your senior care related business, we'd love to talk with you about that. There will be contact information at the end of this video, and we would welcome your calls and inquiries. Have a great week, and happy Thanksgiving. Bye.